Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So before we start, you have the World card as your key to the week. Now remember, the World card always precedes big changes. This is where you level up. It's where you have mastered something or where you step off the current cycle. This is where you go into a new space, a new way of being, a new understanding, or even just a new realization when it comes to your life. The World card is also, because it's ruled by Saturn, this is where you know, when I talk about master something, it means where you've put the work in, where you've already done the heavy lifting, where you've already done the hard work. This is what's going to be revealed to you this week. So when it comes to your actions and options, what it is that you're doing, you have the Page of Wands, right? So this week, get into your creative energy, get into your creative flow, get into your childlike wonder energy, where you can start to delve into this energy, where you can start to pull ideas out of the, out of the ether, so to speak. So where is it that you have mastered your creativity? Where is it that you have mastered this idea of creating something new? This is what you're discovering this week. And with your Page of Wands, come on Raph, with your Page of Wands, it looks like you are either hearing from somebody that maybe you're reaching out to somebody, actually, because this is your actions, right? It looks like you're reaching out to somebody that lives overseas, and this is very likely to be somebody that you met once you at a time in your life when you were traveling abroad. If this person has been on your mind recently, if this is somebody that maybe it's somebody that you thought of and you think, you know what, how are they doing? Or I wonder how they are. This is the week for you to track them down. The reason being is they have a message for you. Now, it might not be a case of you sort of getting in contact with them and being like, you have a message for me, what is it? Because they might be like, okay, that's weird. Do you know what I mean? It's more a case of through the conversation that you have with them or through reconnecting with them, you realize something that they say to you is going to spark or trigger some sort of idea or some sort of creative urge within you. This is a time for you to seek out old friends that you used to travel to see, that you met on your travels or in your travels. That's definitely a part of this. The other part of it as well, this is about what it is that you have to create to put out into the world. What is it that you feel drawn to express or to share with the world on a personal level? For your communications and conversations, you have the Queen of Cups. So whoever this person is, it's very likely to be a woman that is either younger than you or somebody that looks very young in their features. A Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, it definitely, as a sign, for this person. But your Queen of Cups is also, it's about how you manipulate, and when I say manipulate, I don't mean like, manipulate. I mean like how you manipulate or transmute emotional energy. And this is in your communications and conversations. It could be that this week you're having a lot of conversations around your children, around the idea of having children if you don't already have them. This could see you asking yourself, what would it take for me to be a parent? If you've been one of those people that always said, you know what, I don't want kids, maybe you're changing your mind. This week could throw something up for you that makes you say, wow, you know what, maybe I have changed my mind on that. When it comes to your children, if you do have them, it looks like you're going through this process of passing on some of your knowledge and also tapping into that energy that's going to help you connect to them, in a better way. Not as a teacher, not as an authority figure, or even as a parent, just as a human being. This is about seeing things through new eyes and ultimately finding new ways to nurture and nourish your children or things that are creative projects of yours. For your money and materials, you have the Six of Wands. I love this card. And for money and materials, it's great. This is about you putting yourself out there. Now, for a lot of you, this is about a service that you can offer, and it's a service that is either bespoke to you, or it's about the service that you offer in a way that is bespoke to you. This is a week for you to start really thinking about how you do, not even how you do what you do. It's about how you get your name out there. There's a very strong branding energy about these cards. This is about you building a brand for yourself, of yourself, maybe thinking about how you can present yourself as a brand, or whatever your product is, or whatever your idea is. And it does feel like it has a very creative / physical slant to it. This could be something, maybe it's sports aerobics for young mums, or maybe it is women for football, or anything. It just looks like it's something that you are really good at, something that you're very much interested in, and it does look like you're building towards a brand. So your money this week looks good, but in terms of the long term, like how is this shaping up, it kind of feels like this week you're deciding to go after something that you might not have, maybe at one point you said to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to do this. When it comes to your home and your environment for your materials, it does look like a lot of you are considering what a move might entail and where that might end up being. For your love and romance, you have the Seven of Swords. This is not an easy card. In fact, it's a shite card. I hate it. That's a really strong word, but yeah, I hate this card just because of everything that it stands for. If I'm honest, for those of you that are single, especially if you're connecting with somebody over the airways that happens to be older than you do not have the full picture on who this person is. It may be that they're saying, oh, I'm separated from my partner, but they're actually still living with the wife. It may be that this person is has more than one person that they're talking to. If you're aware of that, then that's fine. That means that you are making a conscious decision. But I'm just saying this, from the offset, you don't have the full picture with this. Nobody does, because we've got Venus retrograde, we've got Jupiter's going retrograde, Saturn's going retrograde, Pluto's going retrograde. There's a lot of energy. We're in retrogradia as I'm recording these. So my advice is, especially if it comes to somebody that's older than you don't have the full picture of this person. For those of you that are partnered, it's really important, if you're making some sort of a big purchase, or you're agreeing to do something for somebody, and they're telling you, oh, I'll give you half now and I'll pay you the other half later. Don't do it. If it's for like a friend or a family friend or whatever, even more so, don't do it. The reason I say that is because whatever's being promised now, I kind of feel like there's a part of them it's almost like, when you're, that moment, and we've all had it at least once in our lives. I would say so anyway. That moment where you go to the shop and you use your card and you're like, oh gosh, is it going to go through? It's kind of like that moment. And I feel like you don't necessarily, whatever you and your partner are planning to do for somebody, especially where money is involved, I don't feel like this person it's not that they don't want to come through or come good on their promise of payment later. It's more a case of they kind of know that they don't have the funds to see it through, but they're hoping that you're going to kind of come through for them. So just keep that in mind. With that said, it does look like generally a pretty good week. It looks like a week where you're going above and beyond what you're used to, and you're breaking out of a lot of the old molds that you have. I really feel like there's a lot of you that are going to say, you know what, that was the old me, now I'm going for different things, or I'm going in a new direction. So really exciting stuff. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.